In the peaceful village of Omi, beauty was measured not by wealth or status, but by the length and silkiness of a maiden's hair. For generations, the most beautiful hair in the village earned the ultimate prize: marriage to the village prince. This tradition fueled both admiration and rivalry among the young women, as each year they prepared themselves for the grand festival where the prince would choose his bride. Among all the maidens, Mara was the one who shone the brightest. Her hair was long, flowing like a river of silk, and it shimmered in the sunlight like polished ebony. She was the envy of every girl in Omi, especially Soma, whose hair, though nearly as long, lacked the same luster and softness. Soma's beauty was undeniable, but her heart was heavy with jealousy. No matter how much she tried, her hair could never surpass Mara's, and that reality chewed at her soul. Desperate to win the prince's heart and the title of the village's most beautiful maiden, Soma decided to take a drastic step. She had heard whispers of a mysterious hairstylist named Yuri, who lived in the nearby town of Umuzi. Yuri was known for her incredible speed and skill in braiding hair, and it was said that no maiden left her salon without looking like a queen. But there was something odd about Yuri's salon, a strict rule that no mirrors or reflective objects were allowed inside. Soma's desperation drowned out her suspicions. If there was a chance that Yuri could enhance her hair and make her more beautiful than Mara, she would take it, no matter the cost. So she set out on the long journey to Umuzi, with her heart filled with both hope and fear. Upon reaching Yuri's salon, Soma was greeted by the hairstylist herself, a woman with piercing eyes and an aura of mystery. The salon was dimly lit, with thick curtains drawn over the windows, and indeed there were no mirrors to be found. Yuri's fingers moved with incredible speed as she worked on Soma's hair, weaving intricate braids with supernatural precision. Soma closed her eyes, imagining the glory that awaited her once she returned to Omi. When Yuri finished, Soma's hair felt different, lighter yet fuller. She ran her fingers through the smooth strands, unable to believe how perfect it felt. But as she reached for a small hand mirror she had hidden in her bag, Yuri's voice rang out sharply. "No mirrors," Yuri warned, her voice trembling with a strange mix of fear and anger. "You must leave now." Soma, though puzzled, obeyed, her excitement overpowering her curiosity. She hurried back to Omi, eager to reveal her new look to the village. But when she awoke the next morning, her excitement turned to horror. Soma's once beautiful hair was gone. She was completely bald, her head smooth and bare as the day she was born. Panic seized her, and she screamed in despair. Her beauty, her pride, her hope of winning the prince, everything was gone. News of Soma's misfortune spread like wildfire through the village. The once proud and envious maiden was now a symbol of shame. Mara, hearing of Soma's plight, felt a pang of guilt. Despite their rivalry, she knew she couldn't let Soma suffer alone. Together, they returned to Umuzi, determined to uncover the truth behind Yuri's strange salon and the curse that had befallen Soma. Yuri, upon seeing the two girls return, was filled with dread. She knew the time had come to reveal the dark secret she had been hiding all her life. As a child, Yuri's mother had made a pact with a powerful and malevolent spirit to save her daughter from death. In exchange, the spirit took control of Yuri's hairdressing abilities, granting her supernatural speed and skill but forbidding the presence of any reflective objects, as they would reveal the spirit's presence and destroy Yuri. The spirit fed on the vanity of those who sought perfection, and the village's obsession with beauty had fueled its power. Soma's hair was not merely styled. It was taken as an offering to the spirit, leaving her bald and broken. Yuri herself was a prisoner of this curse, forced to continue her work or face certain death. As the truth unfolded, Mara and Soma realized the depth of the tragedy. The village's superficial values had brought suffering upon them all, and it was up to them to end it. They sought out the oldest woman in Omi, a wise elder named Nelly, who was known for her knowledge of ancient rituals and spiritual matters. Nelly listened to their story with grave concern. She explained that the spirit could be trapped and defeated, but it would require a special mirror, one that had been blessed by the ancestors and could reveal the true nature of things. The mirror would reflect not only the spirit but also the hidden desires and fears of those who looked into it. It was a dangerous plan, for the spirit would not give up its hold on Yuri easily. With Nellie's guidance, Mara and Soma prepared for the final confrontation. They traveled to the sacred grove where the mirror was kept, deep within the heart of the forest. The journey was treacherous, and the air grew colder with each step they took. The trees seemed to close in around them, and shadows danced ominously in the corners of their vision. But they pressed on, driven by the need to free Yuri and end the curse that had plagued their village. As they approached the grove, they saw the ancient mirror resting atop a stone pedestal, bathed in a soft, ethereal light. The mirror was old and worn, its surface marred by the passage of time, yet it held a strange power that sent shivers down their spines. Nellie performed a ritual to bless the mirror, invoking the protection of the ancestors and the spirits of the forest. With the mirror in hand, Mara and Soma returned to Yuri's salon, where the final battle awaited. The atmosphere in the salon was thick with tension, and the air hummed with an unseen force. Yuri stood trembling in the center of the room, her eyes wide with fear as the spirit within her stirred, sensing the impending threat. Mara, holding the mirror with steady hands, positioned it in front of Yuri. The moment the mirror caught Yuri's reflection, the spirit within her let out a deafening screech. The salon erupted in chaos as the spirit fought to escape, its malevolent energy filling the room with a dark, oppressive force. Soma, her heart pounding with fear and determination, joined Mara in holding the mirror steady. The reflection in the mirror twisted and distorted, revealing the true form of the spirit, a grotesque and twisted being, its face a mask of rage and hatred. The spirit thrashed and howled, its grip on Yuri weakening as it was forced to confront its own reflection. The mirror began to glow, its surface throbbing with a blinding light. The spirit, unable to withstand the power of the mirror, let out one final agonized scream before it was sucked into the glass, its form shattering into 1,000 tiny fragments. The mirror cracked, the force of the spirit's destruction too great for it to contain. But the curse was broken. Yuri collapsed to the floor, free at last from the spirit's control. She looked up at Mara and Soma, tears streaming down her face as she whispered her gratitude. The three of them stood in silence, the weight of what they had just endured settling over them like a heavy cloak. The village of Omi, upon hearing of the ordeal, was forever changed. The obsession with beauty and vanity that had once defined them was replaced with a newfound respect for inner strength and kindness. Yuri, once feared and shunned, was embraced by the villagers as a hero. She no longer needed to hide behind the no-mirror rule and was free to use her skills to help others, rather than harm them. Soma, though her hair would never return, found peace in knowing that she had played a part in ending the curse. Her rivalry with Mara faded, replaced by a deep bond forged through their shared experience. Mara, too, learned a valuable lesson, that true beauty was not in the length of one's hair, but in the courage and compassion one showed to others. The village held a celebration to honor the end of the curse, a festival unlike any other. There was no contest for the most beautiful maiden, no prize for the longest hair. Instead, the people of Omi gathered to celebrate the strength and unity of their community, and the lessons they had learned from the trials they had faced. And so, the village of Omi lived on, its people wiser and stronger for the challenges they had overcome. The curse of the silken locks became a story told to future generations, a cautionary tale about the dangers of vanity and the power of love and friendship to overcome even the darkest of curses. Till we meet again, please subscribe, like, comment and share to all your loved ones. Bye besties.